late in May, early in June 2017, specialists of Cryogenmash successfully started full-scale tests of sealing flange mockup in dimensions of upper port plug flange with different kinds of gaskets on a specially installed vacuum test stand. This is one of the most important stages before manufacturing the port plug test facilities, or PPTF. PPTF is a stand aimed at carrying out vacuum, heat and functional tests of port plugs before installation into ITER vacuum vessel. Main goal of the conducted tests is to select the type of gasket in accordance with several criteria: reliability, price, technical parameters and others. The first and most essential phase of the tests, vacuum assembly of flanges and leak tests, is carried out by Cryogenmash qualified personnel at presence of representatives of the ITER organization and the Russian ITER domestic agency.
What we have here is a mock-up on which we have worked a long time, so we have taken care of lots of details, and I think that Cryogenmash has implemented all the details in the manufacturing of the flanges first, to manufacture flanges within the tolerances. Now I think that all the manufacturing and the cleanliness requirements are taken into account, and so I think that the general impression working with Cryogenmash is good. So if the results are successful, then we have this technology to seal the port plug on the port plug test facility, and then the further step will be maybe to look if we can also have a cheaper solution for non-nuclear tests.
Earlier in 2014, such kind of tests were already carried out at Cryogenmash. But if 3 years ago there were used flanges previously fabricated by ADF company in France, this time it was Cryogenmash that manufactured them. We achieved very much within the last 3 years. First of all, we have manufactured the flanges and the very test stand at the Cryogenmash plant. We have modernized flanges in accordance with the recommendations that we received after the tests in 2014. Further on, we adjusted gaskets, we changed the type of metal, the alloy, the gasket's shape. Actually, after all those changes, we are now carrying out tests to once again check the vacuum level. These tests are a significant milestone on the way to the final goal. As for successful port plug tests required by the ITER organization, even the smallest leaks can prevent from receiving the needed level of vacuum and thus prevent plasma experiments on ITER. The first stage of the tests exceeded all the expectations, even those of the IO representatives. Leak tests with helium demonstrated absence of any leaks even before the final bolt tightening. It means that tight and reliable adjoining of the gasket to the flange has been achieved. We've got solid feeling, a solid plan to finish these works up to the end of the year. Moreover, we are now ahead of the schedule, finalizing them. Our expectations are extremely optimistic. We have a very exciting working plan. The team involved in its implementation is very skillful. People are very keen on what they are doing, and this is very essential. They are absolutely enthusiastic, and for me, being a project leader, this is one of the biggest values. In accordance with the procurement arrangement signed in 2011, Cryogenmash has to manufacture and procure to IO 4 port plug test facilities by 2023.